Good evening to you. I'm Mark Mellinger.
And I'm Heather Herron. Police say it began when a moped failed to yield to traffic on US 24 near Andrews in Huntington County.
And before it was all over, the driver of the moped got hit by a Jeep and a semi.
Police say a semi didn't see the moped driver in the road. He ran over the driver, the moped, and clipped the Jeep.
The semi continues to drag the moped down the road, stuck underneath there with sparks flying, caught the underneath side of the semi on fire.
Here are some of the laws that Indiana moped riders have to follow. They have to be 15 years old. They have to have IDs issued by the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, but they don't have to have licenses or special training, and they have to wear helmets. Police are still trying to determine whether the boy who was killed in this crash last night had his helmet on.
对啊，昨下早后安尼就撸袂出来，我慢慢撸，阮就撸会出来。
是吼，你真假？我就当你讲尔，你看，我本来想讲你有搁要甲迄个人按喇叭啊，讲我本来要来讲吼对啊，你知影毋是凉凉迄个小姐。
弄掉，弄掉！啊！
天哪，办了，快点叫救护车！
Come on, here we go again, motherfucker, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on down and see the idiot right here. Too fucked to beg and not afraid to care. What's the matter with calamity anyway? Right, get the fuck out of my face. Understand I can't feel anything. It isn't like I want to sift through the decay. I feel like a wound, like I got a fucking gun against my head. You live when I'm dead. People equal shit. People equal shit. People equal shit. People equal shit. Come on. Satan. One more time, motherfucker. Everybody hates me.
Some new laws for motor scooter operators in Maryland. Soon you'll have to wear a helmet and eye protection to drive and display a state decal on the vehicle.
Operators must also have a driver's license or a moped operator's license.
If you're not wearing eye protection or you don't have a windscreen on your vehicle, that's also a $110 fine. If you don't have insurance, then that'll be a $290 fine. If you don't have titling or a decal associated with that titling, that'll be a $70 fine.
It sounds really ridiculous because broke people have mopeds, and they have mopeds because they're broke, so we shouldn't charge them more money to have mopeds.
That's absolute BS. I mean, that'd be hideous, man. You know, that would cut out a lot of people.
I mean, they're on the road like everybody else and prone to accidents, so it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I do think they should have to be accountable for insurance.
I think the good thing is that it will probably cut down on moped and scooter theft. I think the bad thing would ultimately be the additional costs that would go along with insuring and registering a scooter.
That would affect a whole lot of my friends, because like people get, like if they get a DUI and their license is taken away, then they get a moped. So like there would be no transportation other than a bicycle. Well, maybe it's a good thing, because maybe more people will ride bikes. So maybe that's good. But as far as like making it a law, we could just like give out free bicycles and then everybody would ride bikes.
That's always a hard question to answer. Why certain pieces of legislation start.
I'd imagine there's probably more accidents than maybe in the past. I know there's a lot of people that get their DUIs, that their only option is to have a scooter or a moped, so possibly there's more incidents.
The way it sounds just sounds like another money thing. I mean, it sounds like pretty much BS, man, for real.
Mopeds are pretty annoying when you're behind them, and people probably just got mad and said, we're gonna make them pay insurance.
See, like, it could be because a lot of things with stolen property, and if not stolen property, a lot of accidents with drunk drivers. So that's so. If you get in an accident, sometimes they could probably say, okay, we got insurance here, we can't hold him liable for this.
I mean, you know, if you run into somebody's car with your moped, you're damaging their, you know, property one way or other. So the person would probably like you to have insurance to take care of their damage.
I'm trying to get a moped myself, man. I don't want to go, because it's easier. I mean, it's why I want to do that. I don't want to go through all that, man. Just want to hop on it and ride, man.
Definitely, definitely. Well, in a perfect world, they'd have their own lane, but you know, with budget restraints, I don't know that that's going to happen anytime soon.
I think my honest opinion is that I really can't believe that our elected officials are spending time talking about this. Honestly, there are so many other larger issues that need to be dealt with. So, I mean, if you want to legislate every nook and cranny of people's lives, then they should start with legislation that's ultimately really going to help people immediately. And I don't really see the immediate effect of how this is going to help people.
They don't stand out as much. They don't operate in the same manner. They may not travel at the same rate of speed. They're not as well lit in some cases. They present a bit of a problem when it comes to visibility.
While on a vacation in Hawaii, Shelley Eldridge of South Jordan went on a moped ride with her family that ended in what would have been a fatal accident. Her 17-year-old son found her in a ditch next to a telephone pole. She was not wearing a helmet. She was rushed to the hospital with nearly 50 fractures in her bones from the top to the bottom of her body.
The medial orbit was fractured, the inferior orbit was fractured, the maxilla was fractured. She has to wear braces again to get her teeth straightened. The thoracic vertebrae right there was broken. She had this elbow was broken in 3 places. 7 fractures in where the backbone and the pelvis connect, called the sacroiliac joint, lacerated a kidney and the bladder. This femur was broken in 4 places. This femur was broken in 3 places. She had a tibia fracture on this side and a tibial plateau fracture over here. The pelvis had to be wired and screwed and pinned in multiple places as well.
Shelley likes to laugh about it now, but one of her first requests after coming out of a coma was a Pepsi.
Whoever brings me a Pepsi right now is my new best friend. But you have to do it within like 45 seconds. You have to be here. That's your time frame.
Do you plan on riding a moped again?
Oh, that's a hard question.
I can answer that. Not only no, hell no.